Hey guys, how are you?
Hello, everyone.
Everyone ready for the show? I miss you guys when we're away from you. I actually had a good time, a good live on Wednesday. You buoyed my
What happened?
spirits after the week I had with Lewis.
Oh God, yeah.
Can you do that? You said
I'm
it would
just
take a
gonna
second.
tag
I know.
real fast.
Okay.
I buoyed your spirits, or
No.
they buoyed your
No,
spirits?
Lewis did by his nonsense, by being diabetic.
Yeah, but aren't you happy it's just diabetes?
I am happy, but there are a couple more things that might be in the pike, but we never know. Can you just do that?
I got a tag.
I know. Stephanie's putting up this on Instagram, and every time, hi Ian, how are you?
Hi, Ian.
I hope you had a good week. I hope everyone had a great week. Hi,
Hey,
Christine. Did everyone have a wonderful week? It
was toasty here in
It was
Portland.
raining yesterday,
Yeah, but
and today it is gorgeous outside. Who felt bad
Hello.
for all? Can you just do that? You know what Stephanie does every time? I tell her, I go, can you do that on Instagram? She goes, I will. And then she gets, because she has OCD, she gets distracted. And I said, okay, come on, let's go. Hi, Lori.
Hey, Karen.
So it's beautiful here, but oh my goodness. So I watched the Trooping the Color rehearsal this morning.
Yeah.
And when those poor soldiers or the guards, when they fainted, I felt so bad for them. I don't have the mic. You didn't see them faint?
No.
You didn't see them
I
faint?
swear to God.
Oh my God.
Nancy forgot the mic.
Again.
Preparation. Sometimes Nancy gets confused, but it's okay. A lot of people get that way. Especially when their dog's going through health stuff, you know what I mean? You get kind of like manic. But as her sister, I let it take 2 breaths in, and then I let it go.
So you didn't see that? I thought
No.
I showed it.
How many fainted?
There were like 3 guardsmen that fainted, and then I looked at the temperature. Is it humid in London, guys? Because I looked at the temperature and it said it was like 83.
Oh my God.
So does that mean, well, you know what? But then you got to think they're wearing those bearskin caps.
Yeah.
And they're also wearing all their stuff.
You think they would have?
So I guess they would.
They would have like Gatorade off to the side, like during those marathons. Just be like, here.
This is what's so interesting to me. They faint, okay?
Yeah.
They literally hit the pavement. And then all of us, they got to keep going.
Yeah.
Like you're not supposed to stop doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, so they hit the pavement, and then
just turn it off.
Yeah, sorry guys. I always forget to turn that on silent. They hit the pavement, and these people come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the ball boys in tennis?
Yeah.
How they just come out of nowhere? They come out of nowhere with a stretcher.
Oh my gosh.
And then they either lift them up. They either lift them up. They either lift. They either lift them up.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna just press.
No,
that.
but
I just want you to get that done. I want you to just get it done.
This is what we're talking about. It's okay. The dog is.
This is literally driving me crazy. Every show she does. Okay, now we're done. We're done with Instagram. Okay. So they lift them up, and they get back up. And then all of a sudden they go like, do you need the stretcher or not? And they'll either walk them out or they'll put them on the stretcher, and and this happens every year.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's so sad. You know what, folks? Stay hydrated. Okay.
I don't blame them though, because I have never seen I've never seen them faint, but now that I think about it, it makes so much sense because of the heat and all the stuff they're wearing. And now I'm totally worried about, like, I'm going to be biting my nails all week, concerned about these.
We should do our horse rescue again this week.
Oh, we're definitely doing a horse rescue.
Yeah, because there were 300 horses out there. Yes, they are very well taken care of.
Yes.
But our horse rescues are about the ones who aren't taken care of. So I don't want everyone to go, oh God, the horses are going to faint now. No. They're more hydrated than the actual people. So.
I don't think the horses do that. I don't know, but hope that doesn't happen.
No.
But we
So
are
the rescue we're giving to,
Yeah.
we need to help those horses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The donkeys that collapse on the streets of Spain.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, those are the
Yeah.
rescues that we have to give to.
And don't ever do a handsome cab ride in New York.
Yeah.
Those are
Just don't do it.
like the worst thing ever. Don't ever do a handsome cab ride.
That'd be like having your dog tow around you know, your kids on a sled. Just don't do that, man.
The people that go to New York and think it's cool to do a handsome cab ride are
Tourists.
I just think they're missing a sensitivity chip. I really think they're like performative.
Oh, that's fine.
I really think they're performative, but and they want people to think they're good people, but they're just performative.
Oh, Christine.
And then they don't think.
Christina's saying it's common for servicemen to faint on
Yeah,
parade,
that's what
which
I said.
I would imagine. Yeah.
When I read about it, Christine, I did see that it was common, but it was my first year seeing the rehearsal, and I was just like, oh, there goes one.
I watched the
there goes
rehearsal
done.
because
Oh,
of
there goes one.
Prince of Wales. He is so hot.
Okay, can I say
He's
this?
so hot.
He is so hot. He's getting better with age because
Yeah.
I never thought he was hot before, but he is
Oh
so
my God.
hot.
I remember when I was in college and he was in college and I was like, I'm going to marry him one day. I loved him.
I remember-
He was so hot.
I remember the Britney Spears rumor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that he was dating Britney Spears, and then I hated her.
I
I
love
was
it.
like, oh, I hate her.
Okay, so
Well, for some reason, Catherine, I accept
I totally accept
because I
her.
love her.
Well, she loves him for him.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we're going to get to that about dating a narcissist versus dating someone who loves you unconditionally.
Oh.
But the Trooping the Color this year, it's going to be June 17th. We will have now they're already paying for themselves. The party favors we used for the coronation, we can now use again.
Mhm.
So
See, there you go.
Stephanie and my mom thought I was crazy for ordering this stuff. And I just like to say that those party decorations have already paid for themselves because I will be using them.
This is Saturday.
It will be the first year that Prince, I keep calling, Prince William. I was gonna say Prince Charles. It's going to be the first year for Prince Charles. It's going to be the first year that Prince William will be the Colonel of the Welsh Guard. And Catherine will be the Colonel of the Irish Guard. And Camilla will be Colonel of the Grenadier Guard. So, but it's going to be awesome.
What is his last name, Steph? Who? Lori. Whose last name?
Whose last name?
William?
I think you know what? I think every
Is
time you're on one of these, they're trying to get your ex-husband's name because you keep saying you're not going to give
Well,
it.
my ex.
She's never going to give it.
Just
Trust
go,
me.
Lori,
Yeah, see, your ex. I knew Lori, don't encourage her.
Lori, go to my Facebook. It's
No.
public. You can't.
Okay,
You could figure it out.
No, okay.
Hey, my attorney said
Okay. Stephanie, stop.
But it's funny. They're asking me.
Because you keep on and on about it.
Lori, did I mention it one time in the last 3 videos? Nancy, stop. Nancy just makes things up as she goes. Oh, Stephanie, you go on and on about it. It's like, I don't think I do, dude. Just go on my Facebook page. It won't be hard to crack that code.
What is going to be interesting about
Stephanie Sidley?
What is going to be interesting about Trooping the Color this year? Stephanie, do you know what's going to be different and interesting besides the different roles that Catherine, Camilla, and William will be playing?
Oh, Meghan and Harry won't be there?
They are not invited. This
Nice.
is the first time since Harry has been born that he will not be at a Trooping the Color.
You mean they can't go to the windows this year and go?
No, they can't. Yeah. You back on?
It said chat disconnected.
There it is. Sorry, we were disconnected for a second.
They can't go shh.
No, back to where we were. So anyways, if you guys remember, it was the Jubilee last year and the Queen was dying of bone cancer.
Yeah.
The Queen was dying of bone cancer. And Meghan, because she's so scared of being in Britain because she's such a target, she had to roll down the window on her way to Buckingham Palace and wave at everybody. And Security 101, okay, they always say never roll down your window.
Yeah.
I've been in the back of cars with people that have had security. It's security 101. Do not roll down your windows as much as you want to roll down your windows. Do not roll down your windows.
They were just so gauche. It's just
it was so embarrassing.
It was so embarrassing. I'm sorry.
This is a really, really good step for Prince Charles, and I'll tell you why. You know, he has to obviously make baby steps, because anything that he does, you know, like really, really fast, or like a Band-Aid getting ripped off, they're going to use it to try to gain sympathy. So this is a step in the right direction as far as not inviting them, because what Harry did last week was an embarrassment.
And they say he stayed at Frogmore.
I don't think he did.
I'm thinking he did to get all his stuff out. Isn't Andrew moving in?
I don't think he did.
Well, why wouldn't he just take those 3 days and box stuff up?
Well, first of all, Andrew's not going anywhere. Andrew already said he's not leaving the Royal Lodge. He's not leaving.
Okay, I understand that, but it's Andrew's property now. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it would be weird if he wasn't there for 3 days, just packing up drawers and getting some of, you know, odds and ends. It'd be weird.
Do you guys think he was at Frogmore?
Do you guys think he was at Frogmore?
I don't think he was at Frogmore. Okay. I really don't. I got to be honest with you. I don't think for a second he was at Frogmore. But the fact that they are not invited and they're staying away is so good, because I want, you know what, this is like the first time that I just want to sit back and like even the coronation, I had to like, I was at the edge of my seat. What's Harry going to do? Like, this is going to be so lame. But this is going to be so fun.
They'll be stress-free.
Oh, it's going to be so fun to watch.
I can't wait to see what Princess Catherine has on.
And by not inviting them, this might be a sign that he's going to have the entire family on the balcony, which would be awesome. I would love to see everybody.
Sophie.
That would be so... Well, Sophie and Edward would already be there because they're working royals. But I just think that would be so great. But after what he did, and we're going to get to that court case, but I have some other good news, to more good news. Guess who is not getting renewed for Spotify?
Is it Megan's podcast?
So Spotify gives them $25 million. Gives her $25 million, thinking that she's going to change the world.
Oh, God, yeah.
She is going to change
with those
the
tall
world.
tale lies.
Oh, my goodness. Stephanie and I...
Allegedly.
Stephanie and I...
Allegedly.
We're going to get those shirts.
No, it's not that. I can't say she lied. Allegedly.
No, she lied.
Allegedly.
Oh my goodness. There was a Sussex Squad member. I think there were 2 or 3. And it was like, I don't know when her stupid podcast was on, but we were going back and forth on Twitter. And she goes, her podcast is #1 and she's winning this award for it. And da-da-da. And I said, her podcast is not going to get renewed.
Yeah.
She goes, yes, it is. It's totally going to get renewed. And I said, do you want to make a bet with me? And she goes, yeah.
You make a lot of bets.
I make bets that I'm going to win. But I can't find her now. She disappeared.
Oh, of course she did.
Because I want to go back on that bet.
She didn't have the right name.
I said, would you like to make a bet? And the bet was whoever wins the bet, whoever loses the bet has to delete their Twitter page.
Maybe that's why she did it.
I wasn't betting money because you can't bet money to a bot.
Yeah.
I bet money with Yvette Nicole Brown because I'm like, okay, well, I'll donate $1,000 to a charity of her choice if she can prove me wrong.
Right.
She ran like a scared child away from me. But like bots, I'll say something like, okay, well, I'll delete my Twitter account or my YouTube forever if you can prove me wrong. Well, this girl or this guy or whatever was like, she's going to get her show renewed. And I was so sure of myself back then, but now I can't find him. So if you're out there.
That was a horrible podcast. I mean, one of the worst ever.
You know how I found out? There was like a little clip on YouTube and Candace Owens played a little clip. You can either hate or like Candace Owens. I'm not a fan of her politics, but she does have some good shows when it comes to...
I'm a fan of the pop stuff. When her and Perez Hilton team up, I will watch that. I'm not a fan of the politics.
No. But I love her stance on the Kardashians, and I love her stance on Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
But she played a clip. You guys got to watch it. I'll put the link in the description below. But she played a clip a part of Megan's podcast, and Megan goes, when I was at the all-girl Catholic school that my father paid for, when I was at the all-girl feminist school, we had an assignment that we had to plan our wedding, and that was our assignment. Now look at here, Megan. First of all, we get it. That was an assignment. It was probably a home economics assignment.
Yeah, one of those flower baby courses.
She's complaining that the assignment couldn't be you don't want to get married, you want to be single. And this is how I know she's lying about this assignment, because in Southern California, it was a lot like growing up in Portland. And in our home economics class, we had to have a thing where I don't know if you guys had it too, but you had to like carry around a flower baby for a week.
It was
like a
pound of flour.
I don't know. Yeah, like you buy it at the grocery store.
Some people would draw like their faces and the babies. Or they would put pictures of their boyfriends on the thing.
God.
And it was just for women.
It was just no. Men got to do it.
I don't remember that.
So you would have to like diaper it, and you would have to do all that stuff. So I know,
fake feed it.
I know the assignment she's talking to. I went to my home economics teacher.
I laughed.
I was like 16 or 17.
You're 16.
And I was 16. I was like
balance of the check.
I was like, first of all, I don't have time for this, because I was doing tennis, and I was doing community theater, and I was also doing the school plays. So I had no time for this. No. And I said,
I actually said to her, I said, I don't even know if I want kids.
Yeah.
And her mouth dropped.
I said, I'm not going to, 5-pound bag of, Tessa.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I said, and I don't even know if I want kids. So this is I didn't say it was stupid. I was respectful to the teacher, but I said, I don't think I should have to do this assignment, because you're making me envision myself having a baby, and I can't even do that. I'm 16 years old. Don't make me plan that.
Now you got to remember, at the time, my dad and our principal, they were friends, golf friends. So it's not like
that had nothing to do. It's
not like Nancy and I didn't cover our bases. We didn't just walk in there. Well, let's just say we got an A either way.
Yeah, we got an A in the class. But it was a ridiculous assignment. I didn't feel it was necessary. If Megan had gone to her teacher and said, look, this is a little sexist, this is a little weird, I'm sure the teacher would have been fine. It's Southern California, and it was the same generation. Yeah. You're totally lying on this. Now, this is another thing that Megan was trying to say in that Candace Owens clip. And again, I'll put the link because it's worth a watch. She said she couldn't understand that a woman couldn't be considered single for her life because she's a feminist and all this stuff. This is another thing. I've done my research on Megan. Megan's never been single.
She's like the Kim Kardashian of relationships. She gets on quick, man. She falls in love fast.
I could not find a time that Meghan Markle had been single.
And even when she was dating Harry, it was an overlap. She was living with her boyfriend while she was dating Harry. So all of it, she never really had any.
She was dating a golfer. She was dating that Irish guy. She was dating a bunch of dudes. And our next show, I'm going to put together a bunch of clips that I found where she went to China once on a promotional tour of Suits in 2012. Oh my goodness, guys, on her Instagram, those pictures, that girl is not a feminist. No. She's not a feminist. No. Okay. She's never been a feminist. She is out of her mind.
And I'm not a feminist. I don't even think Nancy's a feminist.
I'm not. Well, I mean, I'm not really a feminist, but I'm not a feminist because I do believe in traditional. Like if somebody asked me like, oh, do you think it benefits having both parents? Yeah, I do. I believe in that. I believe in tradition. When I was married, I believe that, my husband would go to work and I would be home and he would, I'd have dinner and stuff. I wouldn't make him empty the dishwasher.
That's not being a feminist.
What's being a feminist?
Being a feminist is, it's
what is it? You should know.
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking
about. Feminism. It's like equal pay.
But we already
jobs do. And all that stuff. It's not sitting home and making brownies for your husband. That's not feminism.
Well, I got to be honest with you. Whenever they say equal pay or whenever the Biden whenever the Biden administration will do things like sign something for equal pay for women, that's
Yeah.
just a dog whistle because, guys, it's illegal to not have equal pay for men and women. That's completely illegal. The soccer.
I hope that's true.
I know, but they always say that it's not true. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Show me anything in the law that says
feminism is wanting women and men to be 100% equal. That is feminism.
And you don't think men and women should be equal?
That is my listen, I have my own beliefs. I'm going out on a limb here, people, and everyone might get mad at me, but in my own life, remember guys, my body, my choice. I think I prefer, if I was to get married, I would prefer to be the homemaker and him to be the
I don't think you have to be a non-feminist to think that.
Yeah.
Traditional rules.
I think
let me tell you this. A guy I once dated in California once told me, and this was the cruise guy. This was why we went on the cruise, and that was the end of our relationship. He once told me,
equality, Jennifer. See, I think, don't, a feminist is, see that now we're getting into a different topic.
Yeah.
Of course have a,
but the guy, he once told me,
I don't know what that
because
says.
you know exactly what that says.
What does that say?
Interrupting.
Oh, stop interrupting.
She wanted me to say that.
Spelled it.
Stephanie,
they'll love this.
Stephanie,
look,
stop.
Look, guys.
Stephanie, stop.
What? They love that stuff.
Okay. So anyway, so he told me oh, you didn't hear the crew story? My best friend's Shamita. Oh my God, that crew story. I think I told it the night of the coronation.
Yeah, don't tell it again.
I told that crew story a million times. I'll tell it on a show. It was a Jimmy Buffett cruise. It was awful. And it was the Pope's funeral.
What does that have to do with feminism?
So no, he came to me because I got a job at a private school teaching and I really enjoyed it. But I got the job not because I needed money. I got it because my best friend worked there. And it was really fun to work there because it was a private LA school and there were lots of celebrities that went there and it was just a lot of fun. Stephanie dated one of the dads. It was really embarrassing. Oh my God, but that's another story.
He was so hot. He was a neurosurgeon.
He was a neurosurgeon. And one of the rules is you cannot date the parents. So what does Stephanie do? She's my twin sister. So my twin sister dates one of my students' parents, and the student, these are 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds. She comes into my classroom one morning and she goes, Miss Sidley, I saw Stephanie this morning in my kitchen in front of the whole class.
He had a great house, man. Beautiful view, basketball court.
I mean, oh my God.
And we're still friends to this day. So it's not like it was in a nothing burger.
Jesus Christ. So, yeah, so I was working at that school and I
should have married him.
I remember like thinking like, am I going to do this forever? And he goes, well, you need to work. And I said, what are you talking about? And he said, well, you need to work. And
I'd
I
be
said,
like,
what? And he goes, well, I believe that as long as you're capable of working, you should work. And I don't know, but that's when like an alarm bell went off in my
Donald
head.
Trump.
Now, I'd just like to say to this day, he's single. So what does that tell you? And that was like over 10 years ago. So that's all I'm going to say.
Okay. So we're not even talking about You know what? We sound like a Meghan Markle podcast right now because we're making absolutely no sense and we're not staying on the subject. So this is our tribute to Meghan Markle.
Yes, exactly. But she is not renewed on Spotify.
Yay.
I wonder why. Let's give that a round of applause. So we've got they're not going to the Trooping of the Color, and they are not going, and she will not be renewed for Spotify. $25 million down the drain.
Mm-hmm.
And thank goodness they did not take a gamble and get rid of Joe Rogan.
Whatever happened to guys opening up doors for girls?
I know guys that do that.
But there are a lot of feminists though on my Twitter going, this guy opened the elevator door for me today.
If you don't open up a door for me, it's over.
It's over.
It's already
O-V-E-R.
You're already dead in the water. Another thing that I had to teach my boyfriend, the poor guy's left-handed. It's not his fault. But when we walk on the side of the street, it's gentlemanly for the man to go on the car side of the street. But the problem is whenever we're on the left, wherever on the left-hand side, he has to be he's used to like going this way. And so I had to teach him that because a lot of guys are
it
right-handed.
differs though. Do you know that I heard there's a story there's two stories on the subject. There's one where you put the woman away from the street because of course the puddles will splash her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a car could run into her.
Second story is back in the 30s in New York City, people would dump out their trash out their windows. They would that's how they would do it.
Oh
and
God,
so the woman would have to be on that side so the men would get the trash. That I swear to God.
I believe you.
I swear to God. So no one it's safe for no one. What I would do if I was in that situation, I would walk next to the building, have him there for the splash, and then he could hold an umbrella over me so if any garbage does fall, it doesn't hit me.
I don't think anyone's throwing trash out.
In the 30s they did.
I know, but we're not in the 30s
I'm
anymore.
telling you what the thing is.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Moving on.
Meghan Markle sucks.
Meghan Markle. Harry made a complete ass out of himself.
How is Louis today?
He's very good. You know
Thanks,
what?
Karen.
Louis slept the whole night. He usually gets up and pees about 2 or 3 times. So maybe the insulin's working. Let's hope. Twice a day Karen. He gets insulin. Thanks for asking.
I know, Becky. I've heard she's going to start the TIG back up. That's going to be what a nightmare.
So it's rumored that for $300,000, they're going to give her a $300,000 base pay for the TIG. Allegedly. Now, this is the thing, guys. This TIG is going to be a disaster. Okay. It's going to be a complete disaster.
It's going to be all about her.
Because in order to be an influencer, you have to have some sort of public trust. And you have to have people that are willing to buy your stuff. I've been saying this for a long time, but I think the majority of the Sussex squad is bots. And
like
I think
the Kardashian fans.
And I don't think that they will drum up. There's not enough of them, real ones, that can drum up the kind of revenue to keep the TIG in going. Because I heard she only made like 30-40 grand a year with the old TIG.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's not enough for.
That's why she was dating all those rich guys.
Of course, she was going on the trips,
right?
Because she would get allegedly she would get a large sum of money, and then she'd work, and then on her summer she would she would go be a feminist and go off with her girlfriends. God, what a lie on that one.
I open doors for elderly men.
Yes,
but if a man is, well, I know, but she said I open doors for men too, but I do not open doors for men my age or younger. That's insane.
Absolutely
to me.
Not.
But
no.
For elderly men, absolutely. You always hold the elevator door open, and if you're in the supermarket and you see an elderly man trying to reach for, the Cheetos, and it's a little high up, you know, I'll grab the Cheetos and I'll put it in his basket, and I'll be like, is there anything else I can do for you? That's being polite. Okay. Yeah. But I don't want to take away now that men are going to hold doors for women and open up car doors. Okay. Because once we take that away, they're going to, what are they? What's going to happen? I don't know. I was told I have a really pretty smile the other day, and I looked at him like, thank you. My God. Aren't you happy that that's happening again?
Thank you for saying that. Because I haven't heard, I know that like
during the pandemic, you were wearing masks every 5 minutes, and it's so nice to hear that. They're not, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah. Guys are not out to get us.
But then there's some women that are going, oh my God. You just said I had a nice smile.
How dare you? They go home and bite their pillow.
No, they go home and they tweet about it.
They have to tweet. Yeah.
No, but I just like it.
That's true.
Okay, so what are we on? Let's get on to something else here.
You
had so much stuff to do.
I was talking about the court trial, but the more and more I think about this,
still going on.
What do you guys think about the theory that I have that Elton John is anti-monarchy and is trying to abolish the monarchy? I think he had it. There are rumors that Lady C was saying that he wasn't even talking to Princess Diana.
You got the whole door. Sorry, Karen. I open doors for women all
the
ages,
time,
all
the
ages,
time.
all age. I don't care
Yeah.
if they're 10 years old.
Kids,
That
yeah.
I just have an issue if there is a 25-year-old boy, and he and he just wants to walk right ahead of me.
That's not okay.
That's not cool.
Yeah,
but I do, Karen. I do open up door. We're very door friendly. Nancy and I are very elevator friendly, and not a lot of people are elevator.
I
friendly.
let people in.
I let people in all the time.
Yeah.
I would hit that emergency button before I would let the elevator shut. You know?
Oh no, absolutely.
So
not.
sorry. I just wanted to say I don't. We're not jerks. We're actually really nice.
Yeah.
It's just when it comes to men, they need to know that they can open up a door or two and you know, put their coat on a puddle once in a while and let the ladies walk over the puddle.
Yeah.
Is that hard?
No.
All the things we do for men. Let's see. We provide children. We rub their backs when they're sick.
Do you think
we give them foot massages?
Do you think I'd come out of a box looking like this in the morning? I mean, this takes
you
work.
did nothing.
This takes work.
You literally came out of a box this morning. She sleeps in a box because she's not human.
No, I drink children's blood. Anybody about the Elton John thing?
Nancy's
Someone
a
said
vampire.
Somebody said he accepted knighthood from the late queen. He loves mixing with royalty. I agree with you, Elizabeth. He does. However, I found it very strange that he was not part of the coronation concert. You would think Elton John.
Maybe they didn't ask him.
I personally think
they didn't ask him.
Why in 2018 when Harry says on the stand, now I'm doing Dan Wooten. I wasn't thinking about
you sound like Jonah from Tonga.
Who do I sound like?
Jonah from Tonga.
I wasn't thinking about suing anybody, but in 2018 is when
we are, Julie.
Do your Valley Girl. That's better. I wasn't thinking,
you guys.
I wasn't thinking about suing anybody, you guys. But then in 2018, I went to Nice with Megan and Elton John, and they told me I should do it. So here I am. I mean,
what is the Elton John theory?
The Elton John theory is he made Harry do it. Him and Megan, they're like in cahoots. There's something going on. He's part of that whole Oprah
Better Up
cult
that we're still infiltrating.
Like
we can't allegedly, because we can't say we're doing it or they'll cut us off again.
But him and David Furbush is his husband's name. Him and Megan were in cahoots to do a show or something on Netflix. Yes, he migraine and lawyer. But see, this is the thing. Elton knew how insane the paparazzi was, and he started, he did not help when Princess Diana died. He did not help fuel that rumor that the royal family and MI5 or MI6 had something to do with Diana's
these are all
death.
Conspiracy.
I understand that, but he fueled it too, which is insane. For them to think that the royal family would take away the boy's mother like that, and that you could hire a driver that would do that kind of maneuver.
Even when we saw it live, that never even crossed my mind.
Because
I'm a pretty intuitive person. Like if I see something, I'd be like, wait.
The bottom line is Harry did not even think about doing any of this stuff. He did not think about suing people. He did not think about Harry. Pretty much, he realized he did live a charmed life. He realized that.
Oh, Elton John's gotten away with a lot of stuff.
No, I don't trust him.
I don't trust him.
There's something about him that I just don't trust. You know when I stopped trusting him? When he could have written a brand new song for Diana's funeral. Yeah. That's when I stopped trusting him, because I'm like, really, you're just gonna put new words? I didn't like that. I didn't care for Goodbye English Rose. You couldn't have. You know what?
Now we just forgot about Marilyn Monroe.
Well, yeah, exactly. And you and I wrote a musical. When we were in high school, it's not that hard to write a new song. I mean, and we're not even like that.
He's clearly not as talented as one would.
He just wasn't into it, apparently.
You know what? He's the shock value. He's Vegas.
I just remember him doing an interview before the funeral, and they're like, can you tell us some of the lyrics? And he goes, the different one was your candle burned out long before your legend ever did was Marilyn, and he said your legend ever will was Diana. I just thought that was so weird.
Yeah, he's not as talented as people think either. Nancy and I went to his premiere show in Vegas. We were front row center. So my dad was president of the PMA, and that's what they do. They give tickets to people. And so we were there. Pamela Anderson sat right next to Nancy. And it was one of the worst shows I have ever seen.
He sat there the whole time.
He sat on the piano the entire time. There was nothing going on. No like fireworks. And then he had a projection screen behind him. He's just, you know what he is? He's very flat and forgettable.
He is, yeah. Because like we're used to seeing like Barry Manilow, and Barry's like dancing. Yeah. And his backup singers even dance, and they play instruments. Yeah. And they can sing. I mean, it
was a huge band. It was him with the piano. The band was behind the screen.
It was so boring. I just remember looking like, I was so bored. I was so bored.
Pamela Anderson allegedly was high on spirits, but that's fine.
Oh, she was on something. Yeah, definitely.
Allegedly.
But we were in Vegas.
Allegedly, but we were in Vegas. But at the same time, his show was uninspired and it was flat and forgettable.
And it was a long time ago, and it was supposedly, he lied. He said it was his farewell tour, and that was like,
that's what people are saying.
It was like 15 years ago.
He's been saying goodbye for 15 years.
It's so annoying. So I don't trust Elton John. I just think it's really suspicious.
And he's got money problems because anyone who has to tour, that's where the money is.
Of course.
People, yeah.
No, of course.
There's money issues going on.
But there was something, as Harry would say, it was very suspicious that Harry had none of these ideas in his head.
Barry Manilow's on BBC 2 tonight.
Okay, I shall watch that, Karen. Thank you. Let me write that down.
Oh my God.
BBC 2. It's very suspicious that Harry comes back from France and now he's got all these dumb ideas in his head. Because somebody asked me, because I said, "Is there anything you want us to talk about?" And I'm sorry, it was on Twitter where it was like,
Ian's upset about we're knocking Elton John.
I'm not knocking Elton John. I'm not knocking him. Well, I am knocking him.
I don't think he's talented at all. I think he sucks.
I'm just saying, as someone who...
And he performed with someone who is a very awful person in my eyes. So when they do that, dead to me.
He performed with the woman that...
He performed with my husband's mistress. Okay? And now I hate him for the rest of my life. Can you blame me?
I didn't know that. I forgot about that. I forgot
you
about
did
it.
Too. You know what? You forgot about it with Mike Myers' brother too. And all you had to do was go up to him and go, "You bitch."
That's not true. That's not true. He was standing in the lobby.
Man.
He was
screwed me.
He was standing in the lobby.
You go up to him and you go, "You bitch."
I did, Stephanie. I was standing in the lobby talking to the people he was with, and then I turned my back to him when he went to say hi to me.
Betrayal.
What more do you want me to do?
Betrayal. Betrayal. You had such an opportunity to pull a Sex in the City, and you blew it.
Stephanie, I did pull a Sex in the City.
No, you didn't?
Yes, I did.
Just because you ignored him?
Okay. Stephanie, I really did ignore him.
Ian, you know what? He could be a national treasure to you, but he is nothing but a jerk off to me.
I told my boyfriend never to work with him again. What more do you want me to do?
I want him to quit being a professional and to die. That's what I want.
But I mean, I can only do what I can do on my end. Okay. I was not nice to him down in the lobby.
I want him to apologize to me and lose his job. That would be fine.
He doesn't have a job.
I want Elton John to apologize to me and lose his job. That's what I want.
Well, I can't do that.
And that's the only thing that's going to make me happy.
I can't do that. Okay. I can't do that.
What's the Sex in the City, Karen? I'll tell you what it is. Nancy was right next to someone who likes the mistress, okay? The woman who destroyed my marriage, this guy likes. He likes her music, and Nancy's standing right next to him.
Because I had to, because I was with the group that was...
Tell him what the Sex in the City is, dude.
No, you do it.
Samantha Jones goes up. Was it Natasha? It wasn't Natasha.
No.
It wasn't Natasha. No, Lena. It wasn't Natasha.
Yeah, it was Natasha.
She goes up to Natasha, and
no, it was. She went up to Natasha's sorority girlfriend.
Right. Okay. So she went up to Natasha's friend. They were at a party and she's standing right next to Carrie and Carrie goes, "Oh, this is so and so. She was roommates with Natasha in college." And Samantha looks right at her and she goes, "You bitch."
I mean,
You could have done it.
I know, but I was with a group of people.
And Natasha's the one who took Big away from Carrie.
Okay, all I did, I was talking to everybody in the group. I looked really hot that day. I was wearing a really cute dress. My hair was done. And after I was talking,
yeah, she should have thrown a glass of wine.
He looked at me like I was supposed to then talk to him, and I completely turned my back and I ignored him. That was the best I could do. I wasn't going to make a scene in the lobby of the hotel.
All you had to do was look at him and say, "You bitch."
I mean, I don't think anyone would have gotten the reference.
I would have.
Okay, well, the best I can do
if you see Elton John, are you going to do it?
I forbade my boyfriend to ever work with him again, and that's the best I can do.
He owes me an apology,
and he owes you an apology.
Yeah.
That's the best I can do.
Okay.
That's the best I can do. So the fact that I was even in the same room with the dude is
because he produced your boyfriend's film. I wonder why you were in the same room.
If it's any consolation, he didn't produce it. They gave him a executive producer role just because
doesn't matter.
They threw him a bone.
It doesn't matter. Whoever
bone.
is associated to this woman who broke up my marriage,
he didn't know that.
I don't. It doesn't matter. You have to tell him that.
Okay.
Everyone's dead to me.
Okay.
You come in contact with that woman, you're friends with that woman, you're dead to me.
I think this proves out of
Elton John is dead to me.
I think this proves out of what the saying is, that it's a very small world. So don't piss Stephanie off, because it's a very small world.
Heart to heart. It's not hard to find out who she is.
Dad just texted me saying change the subject.
It wouldn't be hard to find out who she is.
Okay, we're not going to do that. So can we get on? Can we get on with the topic, Stephanie? Because this really
go
is.
on my Facebook. Stephanie, you'll find my husband, my ex-husband.
Stephanie, you've got to move on.
And by the way, this is my husband's third marriage.
Okay, Stephanie,
this woman.
We have to move on, okay? Why don't you do a live?
I thought this was a blog. I could talk about anything.
We're going to do a live where Stephanie's going to do a live on her own for the people. Maybe tomorrow you can come on here anytime and you can air your grievances out. But right now, that is not the subject that we are talking about today, okay?
Hey, so her name rhymes with
Stephanie.
Doomer.
Stephanie, if you want to talk about this at a different date.
My therapist and my rabbi and my attorney said I could talk about this whenever I want, so calm down.
But Stephanie, this isn't the time and place.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
Because it's my show too, and that's okay.
Well, you screwed
that's
up.
not why people are here. I apologize for not.
I accept your
calling
apology.
A man a bitch.
I accept your apology.
In the lobby of the Four Seasons.
I accept your apology.
Next time I'm in the lobby of the Four Seasons, I'll make sure I scream "You're a bitch" as loud as I can to somebody I've never met.
No, you bitch.
You bitch. Jesus. So, anyways, Harry during this court thing mentioned Chelsea Davy 118 times, and he only mentioned Megan 5. So I don't know what his end game is. Somebody asked me, "What do you think?" And this was Resting Dollface on Twitter.
Heart to heart, she looks like Mama Cass. Sorry, they're still talking about it. She looks exactly like Mama Cass.
Stephanie,
why can't I just say who it is?
Stephanie, I need you to really not talk about it now.
But they keep talking about it. Okay. Can't you see the comments? Mm-hmm. Her name is Rumor. She's a British singer named Rumor. She destroys people's lives. Okay, keep going.
I don't know how to get out of this, so we can do the rest of the show
That's
tomorrow. We'll do the rest of the live tomorrow.
No. We know what they like. We know what they like. Stephanie's on a freaking mission. What is it? The scorn thing?
I don't know.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
I've never been dumb. So
I love that.
I've never been dumb.
I wasn't dumped either.
Obviously, the reason why.
Either. I wasn't dumped either. He went through a midlife crisis after her back rec fired him, and that had nothing to do with me.
Okay. Anywho, I'm shocked that my mom hasn't.
Sorry. I'm trying to get it straight.
Okay, all right.
Aren't we having a special guest right now?
Nope, not yet. We were going to have it at the end of the show, but it looks like we're ending the show sooner than later. So
no, we're not doing that.
Okay, I'm going to move on from the all the stuff about Chelsea Davy, and I will just make a show of it. I'll make a show of it, and that way we can add pictures.
Did you see that Elle magazine article?
That's all. It was not Elle. It was Tatler.
Oh, Tatler.
And it was an old article.
Sorry, that wasn't my fault. Will you stop it?
All right. Okay. I was also going to answer somebody's question, and I had a lot of sorry guys. I had a lot of information on. Sorry. Where is my other paper? I'm sorry.
Everyone's on my side.
I'm sure they are. San Ysidro. Am I saying that correctly? San Ysidro.
Can I see what I wrote?
Yeah.
San Ysidro, yes.
San Ysidro. I have said this allegedly for a while that I do not think for a second that Harry and Meghan live in that house. I think it's a Kardashian style house where they film things, and I think it was bought. Now, I did go on like the Redfin and the Trulia, because in America you can see like when things were bought. It was bought in June of 2020 for $14 million. So the house
was a community.
Okay, no, this is the Montecito house.
Okay.
Oh. No, San Ysidro. You've never been there? No one's ever taken. Well, I can see why you're single.
Went there for Galen's wedding.
Okay, San Ysidro.
Okay. You saw pictures from it.
Then why are you acting like you don't know what I'm talking about?
I thought we were talking about if he's staying there or not.
Okay.
And please don't ever say that I haven't been there before, because I have proof, and I'll show you guys in pictures.
No, it's okay.
No, you just said I wasn't there.
And we believe you.
Of course.
San Ysidro is like a getaway ranch, and it's part of Montecito. And it's like it's where like celebrities go to like just get away. It's a lot like the San Vicente bungalows.
People have weddings there,
and they have like cottages you can stay at, and it's just a lot like just a getaway that is so secure that you can go in and out unless you're Harry and Meghan. And I'm sure.
When they bring their actual photographer.
Now everybody knows about the place. I don't think I had ever heard anyone know about that place until Harry and Meghan. I thought it was a hideaway, because the couple times I went there, I mean, it was just so secluded.
Oh yeah, you went there with Jesse, right?
Yeah, and I was just like, I just like, you don't even like. It's just.
It is really beautiful.
It's so hush hush, and it's just like this beautiful place. But apparently,
so where are we getting
Meghan and Harry have their Archwell offices there.
Oh, okay.
I personally think
their offices.
I personally think that's where they're living. I think that's where they're living. I don't believe I just can't believe they live in that house. It just looks too perfect and tidy, and like we talked about this: tennis courts, pool, garden for the kid, a playpen for the kids. I mean, it doesn't seem.
I just can't see the money. I mean, they're draining money right now.
It just seems like they're just draining money, and so like, and all.
So roads, these are people saying that they. Or this is your theory.
This is a thing. This is a thing. Okay. Harry and Meghan decided to merch a bicycle. Okay. I'm not kidding, guys.
That's good.
They decided to merch a bike for Archie's birthday. And I'm sorry. I'm so flustered. I had an order, but then Stephanie went on that tangent. So now I have to like pull up different notes, which I'm getting to right now. Good job, Stephanie. Where's that? No. Okay. So this place called Mad Dog Bike Shop in Montecito, they supposedly sent Archie a bicycle for his birthday.
Yeah,
and
she's saying bike was gifted for PR.
For PR.
Yeah.
And the minute I hear stuff like that, like he was gifted something,
Yeah.
and then they got a thank you note, and then the guy puts it on his Instagram.
Yeah.
That is just like, okay, well, he was merching it.
Mhm.
That's what everybody does.
They're starting Archie.
Yeah,
down.
they're definitely starting to merch their kids by doing that. They don't mention Lily at all.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. They don't mention Lily at all, but boy, do they mention Archie. He's got to get back home to Archie. He's got to do this for Archie. So the letter is just typed up, and it looks like the old, like, you guys remember like the old IBM printer paper, and like you type
like in
on
Lost.
Yeah, like
it's like doing the numbers. Go,
yeah, like the old IBM.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like. It just looks like really cheap paper and really cheap.
This is
ink.
from Megan that they're saying?
It's the office of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And they tell
AKA Marcus Anderson's hotel room.
They tell the bike shop, hey, thanks for that. We really appreciate it. Blah, blah. And it's best Harrison Colcord, office of the Prince and Duke of Sussex. So they can't even sign it.
Like, but isn't she a calligrapher?
Yes, she will.
She could have written that herself.
She could have written it herself. Yeah. But she has this person. So I looked up the person, this new girl, and apparently this person used to work at San Isidro. Yeah, this person used to work at San Isidro, and her name is, and she's got a cool name. I thought it was a dude at first, but it's a woman. Her name's Harrison. I think that's a cool name for a chick. But she used to work at the ranch, and now she works for Archwell. So there you go.
That's
just so weird.
Well, it's just putting all the pieces together. It's just putting all the pieces together.
It's so shady.
I mean, do people think that people don't investigate this stuff?
I don't know, but look at her. She doesn't look like the sharpest tool in the shed. It looks like she hasn't gotten rid of. Well, I'm sorry, Stephanie, but you know what? People are allowed to I mean, obviously they're hiring people that haven't scrubbed the internet of their Instagram because it was really easy to get these pictures of her. So we're going to get more into this San Isidro. Yeah, business. And I'm going to talk about my experiences going there. And you went there for a wedding, but it is very secluded. It's really hard to, like, even when you go in there, you have to like drive even further once you're there.
I mean, really they take your car quick.
No, I'm just saying, like, you can't just go in. I mean, it's a
hideaway.
It just really surprises me that as big mouth as blabbermouths as they are, they're going to lose their reputation as being a hideaway, because I personally won't. I mean, if I was a big time, like, presidents have stayed there.
Yeah.
JFK stayed there on his honeymoon with Jackie.
Oh.
I mean, would you stay there if you wanted privacy, knowing that Meghan and Harry's offices are there?
Not now.
Yeah.
Not now.
Yeah. So anyway, we have a special guest today because I wanted to bring this up because of the Middletons are getting trashed.
Should I text?
He knows. I think he's watching. But the Middletons are getting trashed right now, again in the papers. And the problem is people don't understand what it's like to run a small business. And because the pandemic was so hard on those two, on their business, because they have debt now and they took out loans and they took out the COVID loan, they are getting grilled in the tabloids right now. And I don't think it's fair, because it's easy to like come up with assumptions. And I don't think that this is, I think this is rocket fuel for Meghan to go after them, because her parents obviously
I hear the door.
Are nightmares. I think our guest is here, and he's going to explain businesses.
Okay. This is
fresh off the golf course.
Fresh off the golf course in Henderson, Nevada. Yes, you said he's going to sit here, and then you move over here.
Why would you do that?
Okay. Fresh off.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay.
That's our dad. Kirk Sidley is back on the show.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dad.
I like your new T-shirts.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it at the end of the show.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So what can I do?
So, Dad, you have ran a successful business for over 30 years.
Your mother and I.
Okay. And I'm asking the questions. It's my show.
Yeah, okay.
So
I'll try to
people are
answer the
saying
best
hi.
of my ability.
Dad, people are saying hi, so you should wait.
Hi, everybody.
Okay.
Appreciate
Yeah.
being
Sorry
back
he couldn't
again.
change his shirt. He's just played golf.
Okay.
He has a golf shirt on.
I know.
So what?
And it's been successful, and you have dealt with, I don't know, have you dealt with creditors? Have you dealt with loans? I know that we got very lucky.
His name is Kirk, Kirk.
Like Captain Kirk.
Well, you had me read the article that about the Middletons as far as their company
Yeah.
and all. Basically, we've had successful companies in our day, and I also was head of a large organization that had a lot of small businesses like ours. And I read their story, and there's really not a lot you can say other than the fact that they were a small business. And it sounded like they did quite well at the beginning, and they had a party business where they.
Do you want some coffee, Dad?
I'm good, thank you. They'd supply
party pieces.
Party pieces for children.
Party.
But then during
paraphernalia.
COVID, I can just imagine that the whole bottom fell out of that. And unfortunately, a lot of businesses during COVID worldwide went under. Now, as far as the creditor situation, I've been on the other end of it. I've been the creditor. Can
you explain what creditor is?
Well, we would lend people. Well, basically, we'd provide services and we would bill the customer. And if there's a situation where the customer goes out of business, or I don't know what the laws are in Britain, but bankruptcy laws in the United States, if they go out of business, a lot of times the person who is the creditor is out the money. Now the situation,
they don't get paid back.
They don't get paid back.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're taking a risk in business when you give somebody credit, and you're certainly not. I read the story of the Middletons. I don't think they did anything wrong. They weren't trying to defraud anybody or anything, but unfortunately, they took out a loan that was guaranteed by the government. And they also had a loan with the bank, and they had credit with other creditors, and their business collapsed. I don't think they wanted their business to collapse. This is from what I've read. That one article with, what was it?
Daily Mail.
Daily Mail, and it was a very comprehensive, well-written piece. But I don't think the Middletons are nefariously wrong. They're not. They didn't prey on anybody but their business went under, and unfortunately, I feel bad for them. I really do. I'm sure they didn't want that to happen.
Yeah. See, they're trying to make it out like, well, they lived in a $4 million house and they were taking advantage of people. I personally, does it make sense that when you're in a small business, you go, what they probably did for 30 years, or how they've been in business since 1987, they probably, you have to pay taxes and insurance, and you have to pay employees. And rent. Yeah. It looks like they rented a space. You literally do live paycheck to paycheck, right? And then when that stops.
Unfortunately, they probably had a 2 to 2.5 year interval there that the business collapsed. And sometimes when you have a situation like that, you borrow money to try to make it happen, and you take care of your employees and your customers. But unfortunately, in their situation, it never came back. And I don't think they did anything intentionally wrong. Unfortunately, they maybe made some bad business decisions.
But they didn't do anything illegal.
Not that I can see, but I know that we as a company have lost money because people have gone under. Even
COVID, even though we're online now, COVID hit us too. It hit everybody.
Everyone. Yeah. So anyway, I feel sorry for them. That's the only thing I could say.
Okay, so you don't think that the Middletons should be getting this sort of
Hate.
trash talk or hate from people. And do you think that
No.
anti-monarchists and people that want to abolish the monarchy, Republicans in the UK, are basically using this as a reason to bash the monarchy and use it? That's what I think.
I don't think.
I know you don't know anything about the monarchy and you're not into this stuff.
No, but I don't think, from what I read, I don't think the Middletons are bad people because their business went under, and they found somebody to sell it to, and I'm sure that most of the proceeds from that are going to go to pay creditors and debtors. But and again, without seeing their balance sheet, I can't really tell you too much about the inner workings of the company, other than the fact is that unfortunately, it was one of the companies during COVID that didn't make it. And people who if you give credit to somebody, you're taking a chance. You're taking a chance. If you're selling your services or product to somebody and they go under, I've had it happen to me. I feel bad. I feel terrible when it happens. I sometimes feel angry, but you know what? I've never in my life seen anybody that's done it intentionally to me. And I don't think they did it intentionally. I think they feel bad. I think they feel bad their company has gone under after all those years because they started at a kitchen table in 1987. So
just like you did.
Your mother and I had an idea in 1984, and unfortunately
way before we were born.
No.
So the Sussex squad, they're just doing this to be mean.
Well, I think that they fall on, they don't like her. They don't like her, Kate, and I think this is a way that they can say that the family does something wrong. It's a tragedy when a business goes under. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy for the employees. It's a tragedy for the people who own it. It's a tragedy for the people that rely on them as far as supplies and things. But I just don't. Reading it, I just don't see that they did anything horrible or tried to deceive anybody. They tried to make the company work. Unfortunately, it didn't come back. So that's all I got to say.
Dad, you've been such a help. We think we're going to give you your Father's Day gift early because you've been such a trooper. And coming here after how many? What is it? You're going to love this gift we got you.
I'm afraid
because it's Father's Day is coming up. And we usually go all out for you, but we're going to give you your gift early because
lucky
you have been such a trooper coming by the show and watching the dogs for me next door. I live next door, and Dad's been over there watching TV.
Well, it's a joy watching the dogs.
Yes, he loves
especially
the
Lewis is doing so well.
And we just want to thank you for always being there for us. And Stephanie's wrapping it because
that's how nice.
It can't be Father's Day without a nicely wrapped.
I just want you to go back to 2 months ago. Remember when
I want you to Dad, I want you to think back 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I want you to think Luna, stop it. No. Luna, no.
Here, Luna. Come here.
No. I want you to think back 2 months ago. And you asked us where your hammer went. You said, "Did you girls take the hammer that was in my car?"
You did,
and we said no. Do you remember that? That was 2 months ago.
You told me you never saw it.
I said, Dad, why would I need a hammer if we needed something?
Luna,
no. Stephanie, you need to sit. Stephanie's about to go break. Stephanie, go break that. Oh, wait a second. Go.
No, she's not going to do anything.
No.
Okay,
Lady, come here.
I'll take Lady out in a minute. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So what's the deal?
Do you remember that?
Yes.
I just want to make sure.
Yes.
Dad.
Yes.
We did steal it.
We did steal.
We had it the whole time.
Let me get this straight.
We had it the whole time.
Let me get this straight. You're giving me a hammer for Father's Day that you took from me.
We stole from you.
That you thought was gone forever.
And now you got it back.
Now you got it back. Aren't you happy?
I'm so happy. And Mother's Day, you gave Mom cake out of her freezer.
Yes.
And you gave her flowers out of her garden.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I'm getting a hammer out of my trunk.
And you know what? And I talked to Jorge the other day, and he said that lilac tree will eventually grow back.
Anyway,
So-
thank you for having me. I'm
gonna
gonna go use my hammer.
I don't see he's got it
I'm
back.
gonna go use my
Nice,
hammer.
it's red.
I mean, it's red and it's got a
Okay.
nice white bow
Thanks.
on
It matches my
Hey,
eyes.
everybody should see my dad's screensaver. This
Bye,
is how
everybody.
I love it.
Bye.
All right. Get out
Thank
of
you,
here.
Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you. Yeah. So we're gonna end the show
Shut
with
the door.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but
I'd be happy to get my hammer back.
I'd be so happy.
You know
to
how
have
happy
him
I'd be,
back.
man? Oh
He
my
would-
God.
And you know what's
If
great?
I
about-
thought I lost it and
Do you-
then it suddenly shows
do
up
you
out
know
of
what's-
nowhere.
Do you know what's great about it though? You know what's awesome about this surprise that we gave him?
Yeah,
He had no idea it was coming.
I know.
He
And
had
that's,
absolutely
you know,
no idea.
the art of surprise.
Yeah.
That's the whole key to
Yeah,
it. Is
he-
that you have to
Well,
you have to lie.
Do you know what the other thing is? He went and bought a new hammer when he got back from Henderson.
He did.
Yesterday. He said,
So
"I bought a
and
new
you know
hammer."
what's so fun?
I hope he
you know
had
what's
that
so fun.
receipt.
You know what's so fun? Now he has two,
Now he's got two hammers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we'll take. Maybe we should take that.
I
one,
mean,
'cause now we
so-
don't have a hammer anymore.
That's true. We might.
We
need
should
one.
probably. Should we take the one we gave him?
No, the brand new one.
Yeah, we'll take the.
Mom,
brand
if
new
you're
one.
listening to this, I'll be by later to grab that hammer that Dad bought yesterday because you guys really don't need to. I don't know how we didn't have one at all, but now you got two.
just really, it's nice to do nice things
We're
to
s-
people.
I know you
We're
guys are
such good kids.
We really are. I mean, whenever my parents complain, I always go, "Really?"
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you just got your hammer back.
Yeah.
okay.
Like, seriously.
Give me a break.
So I don't know, guys, if you guys have noticed, but we have been wearing
wanna see my
our
birthday.
shirts. Mine says, Stephanie, you want to read it for everybody?
It says Sidley Squad.
It says Sidley Squad.
We're just doing a takeoff of Sussex Squad.
We plan on
Mine says allegedly.
allegedly, and these are for sale in our bonfire shop. And I will put the link. Now, we are not those YouTubers that are like, buy our merch, guys.
This is
Duh.
going to animal charities.
Yeah, there is nothing nefarious about this in any way. The only reason is I came up with the Sidley Squad because I really got sick and tired
I'm hearing
of-
about Sussex Squad.
I gotta be honest with you guys. If anything makes them mad, it makes me happy.
Yeah,
So
allegedly.
allegedly.
So we you can get sweatshirts and
Yeah.
you can get
I'll put-
you could get hoodies of them, and they're
Anything.
just, and all the proceeds go to our animal charities,
Yeah.
of course. And again, you put that link on Bonfire.
I'm gonna put
so.
the link on Bonfire. Again, anything to make the
I want a
Sussex
hoodie. I'm gonna get a
Squad-
hoodie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should. Anything to make to fan
the
flames of the Sussex Squad. I will do it. So again,
Nancy.
Sidley Squad,
Allegedly.
and I didn't steal their crown, but I made one that looked a lot like it.
Yeah.
So, but I haven't stolen their crown. It's all
It doesn't.
copyright.
This is all goes to charity. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So,
And with our horse charity is this week, right?
Yeah,
We're
I'm
back
gonna
just
do-
because of the troop of the color.
yeah, today I was gonna do Layla's Heart and Rescue because again, we've done them before, but they are a great group out in Texas and they do need our help. So anytime I can throw some love their way,
We'll put
I
it in
do. They've been just pulling their hair out lately, just trying to get as many animals to them. But again, it costs money. It's transportation. It's food. It's just so much that goes into it. So Layla's Heart and Rescue, I'll put the link. If you can't send them any love, just copy the link and just put it
We'll
up.
buy a shirt and
have
it'll
a-
go directly to them.
You don't have to buy a shirt.
I'm
Don't
just-
worry. We'll
But
take
I
care
meant
of it.
that you could
No,
get a
no,
shirt
no. I'm just
from
saying.
the
I
donor.
understand
Yeah.
that, but I'm saying just take the link and put it on your Facebook or whatever. You don't have to give any love. Don't worry. We'll do it. And we really had a great time, guys.
Thanks, Dad.
We've got a lot to cover, so
We'll do
I am
another live
going.
tomorrow.
No, you are going to sit down and we are going to do this San Isidro thing.
Mhm.
This conspiracy, because I really want to put the pictures up and I want to put pictures of us there so we can show you.
We really want to show you pictures of us.
No, I'm saying that and I really want to talk about this tie between this new girl who wrote the letter to the bike shop to now working for them.
Yeah.
It just seems too weird. It just seems too
Oh,
weird.
it's definitely a connection.
And we're
there.
also going to mention how much insanely in love Harry is with Chelsea Davy and how uncomfortable listening
It's
to that
making me
was. It's
uncomfortable.
making me a little
Yeah.
uncomfortable. It's almost as uncomfortable as listening to Stephanie talk about her divorce. Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
Well, you could have said that thing.
Yeah.
You bitch.
Sorry. Okay. Well, thanks for
My
joining
divorce
us.
is a whole show on its own. And guess what? It's a lot more exciting than half of the stuff Nancy talks about, just FYI. It is full of intrigue, betrayal, heartbreak.
You know what?
Love.
Can I just mention one thing before we go? I want to show. I was listening to is it HG Tutor, because somebody asked me to listen to it, and I did. There's a lot of videos, but most of it is about narcissism and why Megan is a narcissist and why.
She's obviously her
and
mom's a narcissist too. You can tell.
I'm just going to tell you guys, and I'm not going to get into it because I'm not insane like Stephanie, and I don't name names, but my boyfriend is. And I'm not going to lie, he's famous, okay? I will never say his name on here. I will never divulge who he is, but he's famous. He's famous to the point where every time we are in the airport,
He's super talented.
He gets stopped. That's how famous he is. He has people come up to him and they have tattoos of his face on their body. That's how famous he is. I have never once mentioned in 2000 when I first started dating him.
What is your point?
My point is, people thought I was, what did you call me? You called me you said I was insane.
I called you insane.
No. Are you
said, projecting?
No. When I first started
She's
dating
been
him,
projecting all morning.
I would not mention his name to people. I would disappear for days and people wouldn't know where I was going. That's love. That's unconditional love. That's showing that you want to protect the relationship you're in. Stephanie would call me.
You guys will love. Let me
Stephanie,
just
stop. No, man. Stephanie would call me. Stephanie, as a joke, would call me schizophrenic because she said I had an imaginary boyfriend.
No, but I'll tell you one thing that happened. TMZ Live came to me once, and I have it right here. I'll show you guys.
All right.
No, I approve.
Okay.
TMZ Live came to me once because they were following me on Twitter, and they liked all my commentary.
You're changing the subject.
on the Kardashians and everything. I tell Nancy about it. I go, TMZ Live wants me on their show to do commentary. Nancy goes, absolutely not. And I go, why? She goes, because you might slip up on my boyfriend's name. You said it. I'll never forget it. And she ruined that opportunity for me. And I did call. Yeah. I said, God, you're being schizophrenic. You hear voices in your head. That was a joke. But Nancy was serious. She blew the TMZ opportunity for me.
Now, Megan being as
I have all the. Can I show it?
No.
Okay, because it's true.
Megan,
I kept it.
Megan has shown proof that this was opportunistic from the beginning because she couldn't keep did you know that I never even took selfies with my boyfriend? I just started doing that because I send pictures to my parents when we're out of town. But like, I didn't even like doing that. That's how like covert I was and how much I loved our relationship and I loved him as a person and I still love him as a person, even though he drives me freaking nuts sometimes. But you love someone too. You love someone unconditionally and you don't want to expose them. You don't want to expose your love. And that's what Megan has proven, that she could not even keep her relationship with Harry a secret for a month after they were dating. She was taking pictures. She was like, had a secret Instagram account.
Do you think you might have been a little paranoid?
No, to this day, I don't think I was paranoid. But I'm just saying that I'm going to listen more to HD Tutor and maybe get more into that because her narcissism is off the.
So we'll talk about the hideaway and we'll talk about her narcissism.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Ian. Actually, Ian, thank you. I thank you for seeing that. And yes, I am annoyed. Anyways, and thank you, Cinder, Anne. Yeah, Christine. People like me on here. Okay, I love you guys, and I will put those links of Candace Owens and Bonfire on there.
I never said any of those things, and I never called her any of those names.
And we'll be back tomorrow because we've got a lot to talk about. So thank you for joining us. Oops. And we love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Have a great Saturday. Bye.